What's good, e-bands?
On this week's episode, we'll go grubbing with Jed.
Hear Sophie and Shireen's brutally honest opinions.
Check in with our first Fly Baron of the year.
Explore more of BCC.
And learn about our BCC pantry.
I'm Kyle Tattlebaum.
And I'm Jay O'Connor. And you're watching BCC TV. What's going on in the news this week, Kyle?
On Sunday, Indonesia's Mount Semeru, standing at 12,000 feet tall, erupted, blanking roads and homes in volcanic ash and prompting evacuations of nearly 2,000 residents. There have been 0 deaths or injuries recorded thus far. However, more than 50 people were killed and thousands more displaced when the volcano erupted around the same time last year. Emergency personnel are still on the scene as of Wednesday.
Kanye West has recently been the subject of intense backlash due to his increasingly offensive anti-Semitic rhetoric. Recently, in an interview, West stated that, quote, Hitler has a lot of redeeming qualities while also denying the facts of the Holocaust. Barons, use the link in the description below to sign a petition asking Congress to prioritize combating the growing anti-Semitism in America.
Last Sunday, a small single-engine plane crashed into high-voltage electrical wires in Montgomery Village, Gaithersburg, causing about 120,000 Montgomery County residents to lose power. Montgomery County schools and offices closed the following Monday as a result of the outages. The plane was suspended in the wires for just over 7 hours before the passenger and the plane were safely removed at about 3 in the morning. Both passengers suffered injuries and were taken to local hospitals.
On Tuesday night, Democrat Raphael Warnock won the Senate runoff race against opponent Herschel Walker. The race was tightly contested, with Warnock winning just 50.8% of the vote. This victory gives Democrats the majority in the Senate.
In local news, MCPS is sending out virtual thank you notes to any educator in the county. Use the QR code below, the link in the description, or the MCPS website to send some love to your favorite teachers.
Oh my God, Kyle, was that your stomach?
Yeah, I forgot my breakfast today. I'm so hungry right now.
What are you doing for lunch?
Not sure. Probably Sprout, but you can only fade Sprout so many times.
Yeah, I feel that. I can only eat so much Chipotle.
I heard Jed knows all the best grub spots in Bethesda. Let's see if he can help us out.
What's goody Barons? I'm Jed.
And I'm Keon. Where we at, Jed?
We're at Zao Stamina Ramen right now on Wisconsin Avenue. Very, very underground spot. Underground? I don't know. Underrated. It's ramen. It's really good. I'm going to show you around. Let's get it. All right, Barons. This is how you order. So you have this table here, and you want to go to this tablet. You want to pick your ramen, pay, grab a number, and sit down at the table. Barons, so I got the stamina ramen. You know, stamina ramen. Let's try it. A little spicy, but very good. You should try it.
Guys, I have finished my ramen, as you can tell. A clear indicator of how amazing it was. It is straight gas. Jed, on the other hand, still has a ways to go. His is very spicy, right, Jed?
I need water.
What do you think?
Aside from it being spicy, it's really good. The noodles, amazing. The meat, amazing. Everything else, the egg, amazing. You have to try this. You have to try it.
I completely agree. Everything was awesome.
Man, I'm stuffed.
Make sure you come to Stamina Ramen. We loved it, and I'm sure you'll love it too.
This has been Grubbing with Jed. Back to you, Jay and Kyle.
Yeah, I definitely need to branch out from chicken tenders and Peters.
This might be a hot take, but I think chicken tenders are severely overrated.
Not a hot take at all. Worst feeling is when you're ready to crush a warm, crispy tender and a bad piece of chicken just comes out of nowhere and punches you in the face. It happens all the time.
Wow, that sounds really rough.
It's awful. I hate when it happens. It ruins my day, and I just don't want to do it anymore.
You seem really passionate about this. It's reminding me of someone.
Well, Sophie and Shireen are also really passionate about their opinions.
Yeah, that's who I'm thinking of. Let's see what's on their minds this week.
What's up, Barons?
I'm Shireen.
And I'm Sophie.
And we are here today to discuss the awful transition from Thanksgiving break to winter break.
Fall and spring are the most irrelevant seasons. They're the worst. During fall and spring, you're just waiting for summer and winter to arrive.
I like fall. Dead leaves are my aesthetic.
Yeah. Anyways, let's talk about the SAT that happened this past Saturday.
SAT, more like SAD. That test hurt my soul tremendously.
Yeah, I haven't done it yet.
Don't.
If I don't do the test, maybe I could hit the slopes and get a future in skiing.
Well, if you do decide to go skiing, make sure to wear sunscreen. Too many people these days get ski tans. Like, babes, you aren't a Bahama baddie. You just look bad.
Okay, fine. I'll stay in. Maybe I'll get started on some overdue assignments that were due like 3 weeks ago.
Yikes.
Yeah, the hustle and bustle simply never ends. I try to be an academic weapon sometimes, but the academics are a weapon against me.
It's okay. You are just an intellectual like that.
And don't even get me started on teachers grading over break. They always complain as if they didn't assign the assignments themselves. Goofy behavior. Me personally would never.
Well, that is enough complaining for 1 week. Back to you, Jaya and Kyle.
Wow, they have some strong opinions.
I know, one time they said they didn't think backflips were that impressive.
I think this month's Fly Baron would beg to differ.
What's up, Barons? I'm Dean with BCC TV, and today we're interviewing your Fly Baron of the Month. I'm here with
Tomas Mink.
and I hear you're a very successful gymnast. What do you like to do?
So I actually compete in trampoline gymnastics. It's not what you would typically see on TV. It's like a different discipline of gymnastics. So I specialize in the double mini, which is like a small trampoline where you do a run up like the vault as you'd see on TV, and you would do one flip over one trampoline and then another flip off into the landing zone.
How long have you been competing in gymnastics?
So domestically, I've been competing since I was 6 years old, but on the world stage, I made my debut in 2017, and my senior debut I made in 2021 in Azerbaijan.
What club do you compete for?
When I compete in the United States, I compete for Dynamite Gymnastics Center. It's located in Rockville, Maryland, but then once I'm out in the world, I compete for Team USA, obviously.
Go Team USA. Where's the furthest you've ever traveled for gymnastics?
Definitely Azerbaijan in 2021, where I made my senior debut. It was like a total of like 30 hours of travel with like a couple stops, but yeah, it was not fun.
Where has been the most fun location you've ever traveled to compete?
In 2016, I went to the Bahamas. It wasn't like the most serious competition, but it was just a good time. We were just in a resort for a week, and we only had to compete for one of the days. So.
What's your favorite win from all your competitions, and what's the story behind it?
I would definitely have to say my individual bronze medal at this year's World Championships in Bulgaria. The previous year in Azerbaijan, I didn't even manage to make the final, which is the top 8. And so this year, my goal was just to make the final. And I ended up exceeding my expectations and coming home with the bronze, which was unexpected for me.
It's been a pleasure having you, Tomas.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me.
Of course. Back to you, Jay and Kyle.
Tomas is insane. I can't believe there's a world-class athlete in our stats class.
I'm hip. I knew he was destined for greatness when I saw his flips on YouTube and also on a Snapchat at FlipBoss10.
There's so much talent at BCC that we don't even know about.
There's a lot to see and know about BCC. I think it's time to watch the newest edition of BCC Safari to learn a little bit more of our school.
Welcome back to BCC Safari. Once again, I'm Jeremy G, and I'll be your senior wildlife expert. This week, we take a look at our field researchers, our attendance atrium. Our attendance office is headed by Dr. Erwin Avila. He's one of our field scientists. It's his job to process the many mammals that arrive to the ecosystem late or who need to depart from it early. In your own words, how do you view your job?
Well, I view it as important because I want to feel important. of course, but also important to keep records, to support the staff, to support the mammals or the students, as you refer to them as, and something to keep order.
Thank you. In order to facilitate this, the scientists utilize a complex tagging system. Rather than chip the population, the fauna have been trained to bring in slips of paper. In exchange, the scientists give them a color-coded slip. Could you explain the color-coded system?
Sure thing. So when we have a note that's unexcused, we give them a green one, which it says unexcused tardy. Now, if they do have a valid reason for being tardy, they receive a yellow one. Now, if they need to depart the school early, they come before the school day to receive an early dismissal pass, which is a pinkish color. And at rare times where their transportation does not arrive, they receive a blue one, where it says, "My bus was late this morning, please excuse."
One of the busiest times for scientists to tag animals occurs after the midday lunch migration, where many of the research population goes into the Bethesda biome to hunt, scavenge, or search for their meals. If you could communicate directly with the ecosystem's population, what would you have them know?
It is very important to always be on time where you need to be. And when you come in late, you're just adding to the distraction to the classroom. When they arrive, the teachers will need to pause. So it's very important.
Thank you, Doctor. This concludes our look at our field scientist and tagging program. Remember, it runs on collaboration with the subjects, so do your part. This has been BCC Safari. Back to you, Jay and Kyle.
Speaking of winter break, Barons, now is a great time to use our very own BCC Cares Pantry.
Whether you're donating or need something for yourself or your family, anyone can use the pantry.
Let's check in with Noah and Louise to find out more.
What's up, Barons?
I'm Noah.
And I'm Louise.
And today, we're in the lobby, next to the vending machines at the BCC Cares Pantry.
The pantry is a place for people in need to get food, cleaning products, school supplies, hygiene products, and clothes. If there are any items you are in need of but do not see, there is a QR code in the pantry where you can scan and place your request.
The form is also located in the description of this video and in the daily announcements if you find those easier to access.
Well, what are you waiting for?
Go donate!
Back to you, Jay and Kyle.
As the weather starts to get colder, it's important that we keep looking out for our community.
Kyle, you know what cold weather means, right?
Yes, sir, baby. It's holiday season.
Not wrong, but not exactly what I had in mind. It's finally time for winter sports.
You're right. Let's see how the winter sports season has tipped off.
What's up, Barons? I'm Socorro, and I'm back with your first winter sports update. Our Baron athletes have been working hard and running through all the competition, bringing home dubs across the board. Starting us off, wrestling. They had their first duels match this past Wednesday against Wheaton. The Barons decimated the Knights. Great job, wrestling! Indoor track had their first meet last Tuesday. Special shout out to Sophie Hajas, who won the 3,200 meter race. Great job! Their next meet is Tuesday, December 13th. Girls basketball brought home the first dub of the season against Sherwood on Tuesday. The girls will have their first home game tonight at 7:15 against Whitman. Pull up to the game with support and positivity. Boys basketball had their first game against Sherwood on Tuesday. Let's check back with Marshall for some highlights. That was great. Unfortunately, they fell short to Sherwood. Tonight, the boys will be playing at Whitman at 5:30. The theme is blackout, so show up with Baron pride. Just a reminder, tickets should be purchased before the game and a student ID should be shown at the entrance. That's all for this week. Great job, Barons. This season is going to be amazing. See you next episode. Back to you, Jay and Kyle.
And that's all for this week, Barons.
Check back in next episode for more news, updates, and humor.
Keep the Whitman beef high.
And the interim stress low.
I'm Kyle Tottelbaum.
And I'm Jay O'Connor. And we're signing off.
I had Chipotle thrice yesterday.
Thrice is crazy.
No, I'm kidding. I had twice.
Okay.
Only once. What did
I just broke my neck. Okay. Ow.
More energy.